Welcome to TildeVision Ideas. TildeVision Ideas is a program that explores ideas and concepts in the following areas: psychology, parapsychology, consciousness, ESP, dreams, spirituality, healing, creativity, quantum physics, business, wealth, and the Word of God. I want to thank all the viewers watching from Queens, Brooklyn, from wherever you are. Thank you. And today we have an interesting program. It's slightly different. And I have two lovely guests here. And it's Mo and Dulo. And eventually you will see them. And the name of this particular program is Flow and Go with Creative Ideas. Why did I give it that title? Because these two gentlemen are extremely creative. And not only do they create, they also they think, they get inspired ideas, then they create it, and then they really want to sell whatever it is that they make. So if you out there, if you're interested in their product, you know, there'll be a phone on the screen eventually, and you can call and let us know of your questions, because they're here, they will answer. They also will kind of teach, explain a little bit as to what they do. Thank you for watching TildeVision Ideas. So, Mo and Dulo.
Hi.
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 It's a pleasure.
Okay. So how did you meet?
Well, Mo and I, we go way back. We go back from high school years.
7 years, right?
Yeah, time goes by quickly.
Yeah.
Nice. The friendship has lasted this long. Not only is it a friendship, it's also a working relationship.
Yes.
Nice.
Because we both have been interested in gaming for a long time. And that interest is particularly how we met at the beginning. And we started talking, and the talking got into a friendship. And eventually, we both were given a chance to work for Exogen Studios, which is our company. And we took it, and now we work together.
So how did you learn that they were looking for someone gifted like you, a techie person?
The business was started by Zico, our CEO, and Jason, he's the other co-founder. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here today, but
in the future, who knows?
yeah, one day Jason came up to me and he's like, "We're trying to do something, and would you be interested?" And I saw it as an opportunity to express my idea, express myself, and to show people what I can do as a person. And that's how we all got together and we started.
Okay, so the interview, how did that go? Did you have to demonstrate your skills, your abilities?
I had a resume, and
Oh, you did?
yeah, and they knew me. Jason knew me from high school, and we were in a business class together. So my skills were particularly in business and relations. And he knew my resume, and he recommended me, which kind of helped through the interview process.
Oh, great. And how did you do it, Dulo?
Well, I started off like as soon as Mo joined, I was like right around the corner.
Take me.
Because me and Mo, like, we're really good friends. Mo was like, why don't you, we're looking for a programmer, like another add-on to the team, because he felt like something was right, with the company itself. It felt like we could do this, and he called me, texted me, told me, come by, and see what can happen, maybe this might be a great fit for you. And I was like, all right, I'll come by. The day I met Zico and the gang, I was like, this could actually be a really good achievement that we're seeing, making games and everything. It's a great interest I have. I love playing games since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And Mo's like a really good friend of mine, so I couldn't say no to him, It made sense.
So it's wonderful that you're working with your friends as
Yes.
well.
Mm.
Okay, and Zico, he's the CEO?
He's our CEO.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And was he the one that founded the company?
Yes.
Him and Jason, they both
Him and
did.
Jason, both.
Yes.
Okay, and the name of the company is?
Exogen Studios.
Exogen Studios.
Yes.
Okay, and you have your own studio?
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
It's actually located here in Queens.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I knew that. I had heard Dulo tell Lisa. I was going to go to the studio. I was going to go to when you had that gaming.
Yeah, we've been having like these amazing gamer nights, and like like as we grow, our fans, they love coming to these gamer nights, and since the first one, we start off with like 30 to 50 people.
How often do you have them?
We have them every 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have them at the studio?
At our
Yes.
studio. Yeah.
Okay, and how does that work?
Our studio is actually very big. It's like a 2-floor studio with a backyard. So what we do is on the first floor we show our multiplayer games, and on the second floor, because we have a little bit wider space, we show our VR game. And the backyard, we have our green screen where people come, they have their friends with them, they take pictures, they enjoy food and drinks provided.
Really?
Always.
You provide all that for
We
free,
pro-
or is there a
for
fee?
For free.
For
For
free.
free.
We do
Yes.
this all for our fans.
Nice.
Yes.
And sometimes we see one fan coming and they want to see what it's about. Next time when they come, they have like 5 or 6 other friends
Of
with them.
course.
Yeah. So as he said, it was 30 to 50 people. That's how we started. And our last gamer night, which was last month,
Yeah.
we had about 200 people coming in.
200, and who, and you, the company supplies the drinks and,
Yes.
Yes.
They love it. All the
Of course.
fans, all the fans that come over, then they bring more friends, and we love that. We like this inspires us because they give us feedback for the
Yeah.
games, especially as the lead programmer.
Mhm.
Like when the game comes out, I'm gonna be so happy. It's for the fans. Like getting the responses at this early stages of of the development, and then incorporating it towards our
Yes.
final results. It's like unbelievable.
You're so smart in offering it for free, and they give you the feedback so you know what to tweak. What?
Exactly.
Yes, and you can also get they could inspire you to create another game.
Yeah.
In general, like we want to start growing, and as we start small, it's growing. We want to support 500 to 1,000, maybe even more in the future.
Will 1,000 people fit?
No, not in.
we're gonna-
Not in that space.
Once we have that big of a fan base, we're going to move into a warehouse, which we already have access to anytime. It's just, at the moment, we don't use it because we don't need it.
Mm-hmm. And the other people, I know Carla. So how did Carla find out about all this?
First time we met Carla, it was for Play NYC, which was our last biggest event that we did. It was New York's first biggest gaming convention. And
That's the one I was going to go to, and I couldn't make it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we asked Carla, hey, why don't you come by
Yeah.
and give us a helping hand?
Okay.
Because what happened was some of us, we were in California. That's why Zico and Jason couldn't make it, because they're attending a conference in California, actually.
What is the conference about?
It's about PAX East that's coming up, and PAX West for next year. So they needed to talk about some of those stuff.
Oh, okay, so Carla came over.
So Carla came over and she gave us a helping hand, and she really liked it. She liked the environment, she liked the people, she liked how it was working, she liked the people giving her feedback, and she came to us and she wanted to work. She's like, hey, could I do something? Like, I have social media and marketing skills. And we gave her a shot, and she really likes it now. She comes every day whenever she gets a chance. And
I have a question. They get paid. You get paid?
Right now, we get paid minimum wage.
Of course,
Because
of
it's
course,
a startup company.
Because you're starting.
Yeah,
okay.
we're starting up, and every person is fine with that, because they know at the end of the ordeal that we go through, that they sense that there's something bigger involved at the end.
Oh yeah, this company
Yeah.
is bound to grow in leaps and bounds. I'm certain. Now, when Carla came on, did she need to be interviewed, and did she need a resume?
Yes, she had a resume with her. Like, we already told her that it was going to be
You
an interview
prepped
process.
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went through her resume, checked out everything. Of
You
course,
you did.
yeah. Of course, everything.
And did Zico also?
yeah,
also
everything has to go
through Zico.
Zico. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Zico, he's like, sure, just go through with the interview. So me and Jason, we both sat down, we interviewed her, and then Zico gave her a final interview before she
Okay.
came
Of
on
course,
board.
then he approved.
Yeah.
He's the one that
He's the one who
makes the
approved,
last.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of salary, do you get paid by the hours that you put in? Do you get paid by your skills, the value of what you bring to the
At the
table?
moment, it's hourly, which is minimum wage. As he
Okay,
said-
hourly. So
mentioned
it's
earlier.
based on the hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
But eventually, we want to move it into skill-based and
Mhm.
title-based,
Mhm.
like most
Mhm.
companies.
Mm-hmm. And so you have the marketing piece, you have the business piece,
Mhm.
you have the creative piece.
Mhm.
So what pieces are missing?
Well, we are not missing per se pieces. It's more of growing. You know, right
Mhm.
now we have like 15 people team, but
Okay.
the core members.
15.
Yeah.
So you're the lead programmer.
Yeah,
So
mhm.
there are other programmers
Yeah, we have
besides.
interns under us, and we have per se 6 core members, and we want to grow more.
Are these core? You call them core. I will ask you a question based on exactly what you said, so
Yeah.
you know where I'm coming
Mhm.
from.
Okay.
So you called yourselves 6 core members. Now the 6 core members, are they like the principals of the company, and eventually others that join the team or the bandwagon, they will be employees? These 6 will be considered core members. Am I reading that correct?
Yes. Eventually, once we move into the future, these core members would become shareholders for the company.
Yes.
And everybody else, they're going to be employees and they're going to be hired under the company.
Mhm.
So they will still have their job title. Like Carla, she's still going to be the director of marketing.
Yes.
It's just she's going to have her own department.
Mhm.
But the core members, they're going to turn into shareholders eventually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know who these core members are at this point?
Well,
2 of us.
Yes.
Then
Zico,
Zico,
Jason,
Jason, of course.
Abrar, his
Abrar.
twin brother actually.
Oh.
He has a twin brother.
twin
Is
brother.
he in California?
No, he's in
Okay.
school.
Yeah.
Like, so we attend school on a part-time too.
Oh my heavens! You're doing school and work.
Yeah.
Good. Good
So
for you.
he's in school, and Trixie, she's our 3D
Trixie.
modeler. Yes.
Okay. Now, what does your twin brother do? What's his name?
He's the concept artist. So all the artwork, all the gaming backgrounds, everything he does the art for it.
Why does he do the art? Is he
That's his
That's
knack for it.
That's a funny
That's-
story. My dad is an artist, and my dad, he majored in fine arts in China, and my brother got his side of the talent, so he picked up on art.
your dad studied in China,
In
but your
China.
dad is not Chinese.
No,
he
he's
he
not.
just was
He
studying
knows how
there.
to speak fluent Chinese,
He does.
Yes.
Wow.
and he's in this area all the time.
I too studied fine arts. Isn't that
I
interesting?
see his dad sometimes, and
Yes.
I try to ask him, teach me Chinese. He's like, I don't have time.
No, Chinese very. So
It's
I
very
hear.
hard. It's
Difficult.
learning. If you're learning a language like Chinese, it's like very, very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So of course I understand why your brother
Mhm.
would go into the art and creation. When I don't know who initiated the idea of let's do game. Was that Zico?
It was Zico, Jason,
Jason.
both of them together.
Okay.
So all of us have been playing games since we were like 5 or 7 years old.
So would you consider Zico and Jason the creators of the company,
Yes.
the co-founders?
Yes.
Okay. And
Me
it was
too.
their idea, and then you joined, and Carla joined, and etc. And your brother.
Yes.
Okay, I hear. I understand. At this point, I know I asked the question and you answered it, that you have everything you need. But eventually, you'll need, the Department of Human Resources, right?
Yes.
For little conflicts that may arise or may not, or someone with a psychological background like me, that I could be of assistance. Eventually, you will encounter those situations because we're all very uniquely made. We're very different one from another, and we may have a different approach to things. And people's personalities get in the way and trip them up. And so you want to iron those things out quickly.
Yes.
As they say, nip it in the butt. Right?
Yes. At the moment, all of us, all the 15 people, they're very understanding. And because the 6 core members, they all have their own departments, the people we work with, they are like, we consider them like our family.
Yes,
Because
of course.
our team is our family. That's how
Nice.
we see it. And because we all have that same understanding, we usually haven't run into any of those problems at the moment.
No, but as you grow,
As we grow,
from
yes,
the 15 to 30 to 200, you never can
we
tell.
will eventually
right?
have.
Like
ev-
someone said, you're stepping over my bounds. That's my department. That's my job. You're taking over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Because people do get a little competitive
Yeah, that's a good thing and like
and bad.
and a bad.
Our
Yeah.
main goal per se is if you like we want a trust factor in the company, just like Mo said.
Nice.
That's because if you don't have trust, like if I tell Mo to do something, like I need this controller for this event, he gets it done right away. And that, like, if I can't rely on him on that, like for the event, it's like a very crucial piece. We just attended Play NYC, and that was around over 5,000 people in Terminal 5.
Yeah.
And we had a booth, everything. We are on first floor. It was a very amazing event
Yeah,
that
can
we
imagine. Did you film? Did you have anyone filming? That was the reason for me wanting to go to film. Did you?
There was a interview for Twitch TV.
Which one?
Twitch TV.
Oh heavens! They beat me to it. How dare they?
Twitch is actually, it's a amazingly growing channel. It's online, and the thing about it, it's free. If you have a phone or anything, you don't need cable. If you have Wi-Fi, you can watch it.
It's free.
Yeah, and Amazon recently bought them off.
I
Because
think like $1 billion.
Yeah.
Only $1 billion.
Yeah,
And
something
the
like
thing
that.
was, Twitch was started by two people just
Yes.
to give people experiences of, let's say I want to buy this new game that came out, but as a college student, that's very hard for a lot of people. And what Twitch does is, let's say he has the time to play the game, I don't, but I want to see how the game is played through.
Yes.
So when he plays, he live broadcasts it. Everybody has a channel. Anybody could make a channel. And let's say me as a viewer, I go into his channel, I like the way he's playing the game, and I want to learn how to play the game, or I want to just experience as a viewer. And there's a lot of other viewers in, let's say, he's playing Call of Duty, which is a very well-known franchise. He would get like 40,000 viewers, and all those people are watching him at the same time while he's playing the game. And that experience got started from 200 people. Now it's a arena for everybody to enjoy games together. Even esports that are broadcasted, which are worldwide competition, are broadcasted through Twitch. And ESPN actually wants to do a deal with them, which is, from what I read last time, that esports is becoming a big event.
Now,
And as you play the game, do you just play it for playing it, or do you explain what you're doing and why you, or is that too complex?
they explain what they're doing, and sometimes they commentate,
Yeah,
which is like what people love to hear. If it's funny, if they have a personality.
it's very interactive.
Yeah. We're actually
interactive.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Joey, I think you're ready. Oh, just let Joey know when to zoom in, okay?
Speaking
Okay.
speaking of esports, while he loads that up,
Yes.
I just want to mention our new website and everything is with a lot of extensions is coming soon. One of those extension is the Exosium,
Yes.
so which is the Coliseum for Exogen, where people get to compete online with our games. Because
Wow.
one of our games, Maui Waui, which is what we're showing first, am I
Yes.
correct? So that game, it's going to be online, and it's a multiplayer game. So people get to compete, and sometimes we give away prizes, we give away a lot of free goodies,
Nice.
T-shirts, like he's wearing one of our
So,
T-shirts right now.
We're like
Yeah.
restructuring our whole website, and it's going to be out, I believe, October
Who's
25th.
restructuring it?
Like
Someone within your team?
Him,
Zico,
Zico.
and Jason.
Okay.
We're mostly the core people that would restructure it because it's a big project.
It is.
It's a really big project, and he's the CEO, and his mind, like on developing this website, it's taking a toll on him, of course.
and he's been working on it for almost a year. Just the
Almost a
website,
year,
yeah.
just for the
Just
website.
for the website.
Okay,
just so-
because he's okay. He's running it through as he's doing it. I
Yes.
understand.
Yeah.
I,
Because it
I'll
has a lot.
use
yeah, sorry.
English language
Yeah.
words while you use techie words.
This is actually going to be one of our pages, Exosium, that we're showing up right here. It's going to be what Mo said. People would compete each other, and they would love to
Excuse me.
it's like a community hub where
Mhm.
people face each other because people love competition. And we thought it would be a great idea to incorporate it into the website when we release it on October 25th.
This October.
This
Yes,
October.
this
yeah.
Okay.
October.
Wow, that's just in a few days.
Yeah.
hmm
So we have everything ready. It's
So
just
how
we're
it?
just-
Oh, you
yeah.
said that Seco is working on the website
Mhm.
for almost a year.
Yeah.
at what stage of finishing?
It is actually finished. We haven't launched it yet because we're just adding a light few
L-
finishing touches,
Uh-huh.
which is what we do before launching any game.
So Zico designed it by himself, or using both?
He was also a part of the developing team, but Zico is mainly the one who was doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you have a wonderful idea to give Zico about the website, and Zico doesn't see the wonder of it, but he may suggest something other. How
How do
We keep it on the side per se. Like let's say if I have an idea for a game,
Mhm.
we have documentation of our ideas, and we, even if it's an incredible idea, we have certain projects that we are currently working on, so we have to leave it onto the side because you can't have too many projects.
I hear you. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have an incredible idea, meaning it's humongous, right? But it's feasible, it's doable. I understand fully. So you put it on the side. Do you put your name that you came up with that
Yes.
idea?
Yeah.
And
Everything's documented.
Everything is
I-
documented.
What I asked for them to do is we go through a presentation process. So anybody who's involved in, let's say, the website, so the people who are pitching the idea, they're on the other side of the table giving us the idea, and Zico, him, and Jason, Abdullah, sorry, and Jason, they sit on the other end and they see the idea. If we like it, we put it on the right side. If we think it's something that we might want to pursue in the future, we put it on the left. Because any idea is a good idea. We don't treat any
Definitely.
idea as a bad
Right.
idea.
Yes. It's just that there are times when an idea is so far beyond that not everyone is able to perceive it, to see it, to understand it. You have all the inventors and and artists. They just didn't see it. And even I was thinking of Zuckerman and the guy that somehow said, when they were in college, they came up with the idea, blah blah blah. And so that's why I asked you about ideas, because ideas are very visual. It comes in your mind. It's in visual form. And then you speak it to someone else. That person can easily say, "No, it was my idea," because ideas have a way of. Ideas are up here somewhere, and you could have an idea, and I could have a very similar idea, and almost simultaneously, because the way we're thinking, we tap into that wealth of ideas, and I see that happening with me all the time. I'll have a wonderful idea. I'm a writer, so I'll write it. And lo and behold, I'm watching television. And it happens to my husband often. And we're watching television. My husband goes, "Look, I told you that about a year ago." Or I told you that about... Right on. I said, "Yes, but you told me, but you didn't do anything about it. You didn't construct it. You didn't make a model. So it's lost." Well, not necessarily lost totally, but he can't... it cannot be credited to him. So you preserve the ideas, you document it.
We document it, and we usually copyright anything that we think is good for us.
Really?
Teamworthy.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Tell me how many you've copyrighted already.
We copyrighted 2, which I can't talk about.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Until you get the copyright, then I
Yeah.
guess eventually you
Yeah.
can.
But usually, let's say if
Like,
I have a
Sorry to cut you off. Like Exosium was actually one of the ideas that we pitched back in last March,
Yes.
and all of us who are a part of the team, we thought it was an amazing idea, and we see how quickly esports is becoming into an actual sports, and
Nice.
Olympics is actually thinking of including esports into one of the things.
It's a booming industry.
Yeah.
Okay, so then do
Yeah.
you have the legal unit within your company? Because you said you registered it, or did you go outside to someone else? And, how did you do that? How did you
The
register?
registration to
Question
the company, we registered it under New York State, and we are registered under the government as a LLC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
okay. Right. So if it's registered,
Yes.
do you have to begin paying the government any monies?
Uh,
or do you, or
You
do
pay initial. amount.
once you start making money, yes.
only when you start making money?
Once you
Yeah,
start.
because you're just starting, so
Yes.
you're not making money
As
yet.
a startup, we don't have to do that.
No.
but-
But it's registered. It's protected.
Yes.
Wonderful. That's good.
I'm
so
not
sorry.
too into the legal work. It's mostly Mo, the COO.
Uh-huh.
So I just I'm like here
Yeah,
and
because
there
he's
with
the
it.
one with the business
Yeah,
savvy.
yeah.
I got you. You're more the creative. So what part of your brain, the right
Sometimes,
side of your brain
like
is the
let's say what you were talking about, like if you have this big idea, right? Like
Which I do.
Yeah, like Zico also tells us, it's like a model. If you think you could fit in, like the work for the company and your idea, go for it. Go for it. That hasn't happened full on because sometimes you give up halfway. You're like, it's better to focus on what's going on per se, like
Yes.
like the project that we're working on, Maui Waui,
Yes.
because of the feedback that we already received.
Yes.
And we're already almost reaching beta stages on
December.
December 2000.
First beta releases for Maui Waui in December. We're going to show the game in a few too, right? So
Yeah.
players can actually see what the game is about for those who haven't experienced it.
Has it happened to you since, that you get an idea? Now you see this paper? My director gave me paper because I love paper because I'm forever writing, right? So I'm writing an idea. I write them down to validate them, so that I can remember in the future. Because, and I'll explain to you why. I'll get an idea and I begin developing it on paper in words, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly another idea pops in, and I'm going, I need another piece of paper because it's a different idea and I recognize it. And so I don't want to put it on the same piece. Does that
That
do you
actually
know-
happens to me at
all
night
the time?
sometimes. But I use my phone, the notepad.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm like, sometimes I have these
No,
ideas.
I have to
out of nowhere.
handwrite it. I have to.
For
Okay.
me, it's just like writing what the topic of the idea
Yes.
itself, so then I could just brainstorm it
Oh,
later on.
Yeah.
Or like when I go off for a jog,
I'm more like you. I'm a little old-fashioned, so I keep a cardboard board right in front of me. It's a big board, and I have pins and papers hanging all over the wall.
Oh, you're like me.
Yeah.
Oh my
we
God.
should have maybe brought a picture of that. He has it in the office.
Oh, you,
like-
you don't have it on your phone, the
no,
picture of it?
unfortunately
Okay.
not.
Yeah, I
But,
do, I do what do we call them? Vision board.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bulletin board. Yeah.
No, but their vision board, it's a little bit different.
Different. Okay.
Okay, the vision board is those things that you want to achieve.
Mhm.
And it could be anything or something that you desire, a goal, a dream. So you put it on your vision board and you can make as many as you want. Some people make one a year. But if I feel like it, I'll make another vision board. But I don't hang it up. That's the fault. You have to look at it.
It's right in.
Yes,
It's
it
my
should be.
my screen is right here, and the vision board is right on top of the screen.
smart.
So it's every day when I come in, as soon as I sit down to
You
work,
see it.
it's right on my face.
Oh,
So
how
there's
wonderful.
no way I miss
all
it.
we see is this post-it notes
Yeah,
and stuff
he-
like that.
He knows it. And first time when I did it, he was asking me, it's like,
What is
Whoa,
this?
what is that?
Yeah.
I was like, you won't know it until you go through it. And it's not one. It's I'm not kidding. There's at least 50 to 70 post-its and notes over.
Oh my gosh, you're like me. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Yes. Do you write them in words or do you put them?
I write them in words. I even put a
I put-
self-image. I even
Yeah,
draw
an
it
image.
out.
I
just
even
to
draw it
draw
sometimes
out,
if
yes.
I'm in a rush. And then if I see it on a magazine, something similar, then I'll cut it out.
I cut it out.
Yes,
I do.
And
that
I
too.
also taught how to, because I give workshops in the house. So,
Mm-hmm.
so yes. Oh, so I have to reintroduce my show, Mo. So, welcome to TildeVision Ideas. TildeVision Ideas is a program that explores ideas and concepts in the following areas: psychology, parapsychology, consciousness, ESP, dreams, spirituality, healing, creativity, quantum physics, business, wealth, and the Word of God. And if you have been watching all along, you know already the name of this particular show is Flow and Go with Creative Ideas, because we're very creative. And as you can see, we're talking over each other, and that's quite all right, because we're having a wonderful conversation. With me, I have Mo and Dulo, extremely creative young men that they have already developed a company, and the company is over a year old, and they're basically 6 people in the core. I don't know, the core, the 6 important, everyone is important. So we have Jason and we have Zico, and I know some of their names, but help me, Mo. Who are the
Abrar.
others? Carla,
Abrar,
His
my
twin
twin
brother.
brother.
your twin brother.
Yes, and Trixie, our 3D modeler.
Trixie. What?
Trixie,
Yes.
she's the 3D
She's
modeler.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
When you come over to
She's
the
the
next
modeler. So what does she
Yeah.
do?
So anything my brother draws, she brings them to life. So when you see a character move around, when you see
That's her.
art that's moving.
Is that what it's called? Graphic artist?
Yeah,
It's
that's
more or
yeah,
less, right?
That's graphic design. Yeah.
Graphic design.
Graphic design, yes.
And Trixie, how did you meet Trixie?
We met her through New York Film Academy, actually.
Also,
Yeah.
okay. My nephew studied there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jason and Zico also met through New York Film Academy.
And as a matter of fact, many years back, I don't know if my director and my sound technician, if they remember, I had young men, they had done very short films. Do you recall that? Yes, and they were so creative. Like they would have a little film of 1 minute, 3 minute, but the whole story was so condensed.
Animated one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
yeah. How wonderful. I met them there. One day I went to see my nephew. He was getting some kind of an award or he was performing. I don't remember. Anyway, so I was so intrigued by them, I invited them. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, so Trixie is the one that animates them.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
correct.
so is she that good? She can animate
Oh,
something that I
she's-
bring to her?
Yes, she is amazing. She's actually working on some of our characters at the moment.
Oh,
that we-
yes?
yeah.
One we can't talk about, of course.
Of course.
That's under,
No,
you
no,
know.
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But in the end, the work she does, it's amazing. And when we hang out, because like as a team, it's good to build trust, and we like go out to eat and everything. It builds up a good friendship because as the company grows, let's say in a year, let's say if it's 100 people under us, we're gonna be the
Wow.
people that's gonna be like
that
together,
is very quick growth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty soon you'll
like
be.
one game could release like make you $1 million or something. If, it depends on the game.
Hmm.
That's how the industry is right now.
I mean, we started in May of 2016, and it's almost a year plus for our company, and we started with 3 people,
Yes.
and now we are at
But
15.
that's the way it is.
Yes.
Well, you have to go back to your word trust.
Yeah.
You have skill,
Yes.
you have trust, you have desire, passion,
Yes.
and you're very cohesive. Listening to you, I get that impression. And I met Carla, and I know, and it's amazing to meet under such wonderful circumstances in a pool, swimming, eating, drinking, joking, playing games.
When Carla first joined,
Yeah.
I was actually the one that took the initiative. I was like, because it was actually at that party.
Yes,
That's how things sometimes start.
yes.
And I was like, Carla, why don't you like come over? She actually missed the gamer night that you were also gonna come.
okay.
She was like, wow, I can't believe I missed it. So then she came to play and see what Mo said, and she was like, she clicked. She was like, maybe there's something I could do here, and she became social, marketing.
Mhm.
You all sound so exciting.
We're like excited in general because we went from working in like I think the loft,
Yeah.
and then we went and going for the past year. Now we have our own studio.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
it's a 2-floor studio.
Yeah,
as
it's
I
like-
Can
said,
you
mentioned
imagine all
earlier.
that space?
Yeah.
How much rent?
Around
Are you
5,
allowed to
6.
say?
5,
I don't know.
6,
That's not.
5,000-6,000 we pay.
A month?
Yes.
It's a big
It's
place.
very big.
It's so I
It's
hear.
very big.
It's
Yeah.
New York also,
Okay. I know Chris was wanting to go also, but I don't remember whether he had a game. Chris is my grandson,
Yeah.
and he plays football and et cetera, et
Baseball,
cetera.
too.
He's very involved in sports, and in my opinion, he's the best baseball player.
That's
And
sweet.
yeah. So
You should definitely come over
I
next time with
will.
him.
Yeah, bring
I
him
will.
too.
oh,
We-
he'll love it.
Yeah.
And Jolie's. Uh-huh.
Obviously, he has met them. I haven't.
Yes. Okay, so all right, so you pay a lot of rent, and you still have not sold one game. So
Yeah.
where are these funds coming from, if you're allowed to say?
We had some initial investors, so because
Okay.
of that, yeah.
All right.
But we're in the future. We're always going to be looking at future venture,
Venture
capitalists.
capitalist.
Yes.
and
Other investors.
yes,
So be very careful since you're just starting out.
yes,
Be very careful not to give away too much.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, we're
You're,
very
you're,
careful.
you're conscious of that, right?
yes,
Because well, I'll explain my own personal experience, and I had a tendency to give everything away. As a matter of fact, I was just discussing with Joey. He says, "Oh, I don't have much, many of my." He studied art also, and let's say I would draw you, and you would say, "Oh, it looks just like me. Can I have it?" I said, "Oh, sure," because I knew that I could do it again. So what happens? I don't have anything except my little portfolio that I put together a portfolio to, and I got a scholarship to the Art Students League of New York.
nice.
So I'm suggesting don't give, be very careful what you give away of the business. Because
So
your business I can see it already, it's going to grow.
Yeah.
right now,
more
actually,
and more and more. Go ahead.
Because 1 second, I'm gonna put on. Wowie. Let's put this on. If you could zoom in.
Zoom in, Joey. Thank you, Joey. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's Maui Wowie, our logo on the photo.
Uh-huh. You just spoke a different language, did you not?
No, I just said our logo on the
Oh,
bottom.
the logo, okay.
So it's loading up.
Keep talking.
So in general,
The hand.
oh sorry.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Let me just turn these on.
I wish I
quick.
had a little stick.
This one's for you.
No, I don't know how to do anything.
It's okay. It's okay. Everyone's.
It's okay. It's a very user-friendly game.
Yeah.
Very user-friendly game.
You could press this A button right here.
The A. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah. See, that's
So-
you, right there on the right. So we put this in Play NYC.
So Mo is orange, Dulo is blue, I believe, and he is red.
I'm red? It's not doing anything. It
Oh,
stopped.
1 second.
Relaunch it. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 second.
Okay,
Sorry, I
so
have our
no.
other game also on there. That's
okay,
a side
it's all
scroller.
right. You tell me when to press. Okay, so this will be the very first time I play
Yeah,
a game.
when
Would you
we
believe?
when we played with in Play NYC, we got a lot of feedback. Whoever came to Play NYC, we gave them free. I think we gave 2,000 because there was 5,000 people and we were on the first floor.
We almost had like 3,500 people attending our
Yeah.
booth. Some people couldn't even get a chance to play because
Yeah.
the lines were so
We
big.
felt really bad.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So whoever came that day, we're gonna give them free codes. That's how we work things. We're very caring for our fans, and really want.
So tell me, you're very giving to your fans. What problem do you think your particular enterprise solves? What problem will this solve in the world, let's say?
Well,
Now, my thinking is different. I'm not a
Yes,
gaming
yes,
person, but
this game per se is a very short-paced game, like really fast. You could play you could kill each other.
so what's
So people
What-
feel happiness, like if you.
Thank
know,
you.
Yeah.
so it's
That's
a
it.
satisfaction kind of a
Yes.
thing. Okay.
Like if you have
do
seen,
I get to solve a problem playing this game?
what happens is, I don't know if you know about most people who are in esports, which is what I talked about earlier. So I was personally going through some of their personal interview, how they got into that sport. And one of them had mentioned that back in school, he was a top student, but he didn't feel connected with anybody. So whenever he used to come back, he used to play games with his friends. That was something he was
Okay.
very much interested in. And because of that, his parents saw how he was
I got you. So
unattended.
happiness and connections
Yeah.
to connect with other people
Connect
through
with other
the game.
people.
Some
through the
people, some people, that's their way to connect. Like
Yeah,
sometimes
it's a getaway.
it's hard to
Games
make
are-
friends sometimes.
yeah.
But when we're gonna be launching our especially Exoseum, and we're gonna have a community hub also where people can talk to each other, and with our gamer nights especially that we release, that when people can come, they're gonna be like talking about our games and they're gonna be like networking with each other, which is what we want. People liking our games, liking each other, and having fun. And we give them food, drinks, everything, and that's our end goal.
So the sponsors are the ones that are footing the bill for the food and the drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're quite all right with that.
Yes.
They're aware of what you're doing with their funds.
Yes.
They see the long run because especially with the Maui
they're
Water.
involved in the long, yes.
Yes.
So this is just an aspect. Okay, wonderful. Okay, continue.
So
So
um
you're the blue one, right?
this is I'm the blue one. So right here, this is a mechanic that we
So
did.
what you do is you want to try to move around with your left
one?
joystick. Yes.
Let me just
Just close
let
the
me
other
close
one.
the other one
Yeah.
because
This is lagging. If not,
Why don't I watch you?
watch us.
oh, you want to watch us? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, sure. This-
Because I don't even know when I have to click or move.
Yeah, the other one's lagging, that's why, but it's like fully on. So let me just close this one. Alt F4. Got it. And
Now, this background, is that your place?
The background
Or is that a virtual?
for
is that a
the
virtual?
game.
No. This word and that brick wall.
oh yeah, this was wallpaper we designed actually.
Oh,
I
you
could
did?
actually show you.
Oh, I'm glad I asked. Okay. Why did you call it Safe House?
Oh no. Those the city itself. We designed it because we love New York City.
Mhm.
He grew up here, and I've always.
No, because
yeah.
when I studied psychology, there was a place called Safe House
Yeah.
for people that were troubled,
Yeah.
Emotionally
Yeah.
troubled.
Ours is mostly into a gaming concept.
Oh,
So in
so-
the game, when somebody
you
says
just
it's a
took that
safe
word?
house, yes.
Okay.
So this is our wallpaper right here. Zico designed it. It looks really amazing.
I like that.
Yeah. So let me put on the game.
So Seiko is very artistic as well?
Yes, he is a
That's really
very creative and
Very
artistic
creative?
person. yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I
So
just closed out the other
He's
game.
the blue one.
Yeah, so you're this
Yeah,
one, moving
yeah.
around?
We have-
Try to see if you can move around with
Okay.
the left
So
stick.
s-
This one, left one,
Okay.
left one.
So where am I?
You're right here, the orange one.
Oh,
this is
I'm
me.
Oh,
orange.
that's you?
Oh, that's you? So where am I?
Oh, 1 second. Let me see the controller.
It's connected.
Yeah. Close this out. Then play Unity.
Who came up with that?
Everything
Made
takes
with Unity.
time.
Don't worry.
Oh no, it's the engine we use.
Oh,
for
okay.
Unity.
It's an eng-
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see
you're
3 players.
so you're the blue one.
I'm the red one, and you're the green one.
I'm the
Oh,
green
oh,
one.
You're the green?
I'm
oh,
the
okay,
green one.
Sorry.
So,
So-
who am I?
You're the blue one.
If you press this button right here,
Yeah.
B.
Oh, I think she fell in the water.
Oh, she fell in the
Yeah,
water.
she fell in the
So
water.
this is how I
Oh.
as a developer, I know like the end and nicks of the game. 1 second.
So once I fall in the water, I can't get out?
Yeah, because we have monsters down there,
Oh, see, like how I
Yeah.
fell into the water.
and this
It
automatically resets
dies. Yeah.
after.
So basically, this is our multiplayer game. This
Yes.
is our first multiplayer game that we have been working on,
Mm-hmm.
and at the moment, it has provision for up to 4 players. So up to 4 players can join up together, and they can play. They can verse each other. They have all these different kind of weapons laying around in the map. Some are hidden. Some they have to know where to go and look for. And once they pick up, each weapon comes with its own different kind of artillery, and they fight each other.
Okay. Now, is Trixie the one that is...
Actually, this was
Moving-
mostly
Not
Abrar.
Trixie?
Yeah, no Trixie. This was actually mostly Abrar and Zico per se.
Okay.
That took the lead on this for the
Okay.
design work. You see this waterfall?
Yes.
This was Zico's idea. This was really amazing. I thought it was really nice. The mechanics were, a combination of my coding, Zico's coding, and Jason's coding. See that right there was a
when
time
you say
slot.
coding, what do you mean by that?
Programming.
Oh,
Yeah,
program.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We mostly use C# and JavaScript
Okay.
for gaming language. It's a gaming language.
Yeah, you have your own language.
See, we have like
I speak
yeah,
English
like
only.
we have a portal here, right here.
Uh-huh.
If I either one, yeah. It
So
teleports.
this is
the
very
character.
interesting.
Yeah.
tell me. Okay, I'm interested.
No problem.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm interested in. Let's say I want to know what goes through your mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're into this, and I'm into the mind. My background is in psychology. Okay, I have several different hats.
So this
I also taught
this
with the board
game
of
is
ed.
really fast, and people
Fa-
love.
So,
we're gonna
so
have,
I want to
yeah.
go into your mind. So, when you're thinking a game, the question is, are you visualizing?
Our approach
You
for
visualize
games are
very
very
quickly?
heuristic. So what I mean when I say that is because we played all sorts of games, we have a basic understanding of how most games are played. And whenever we come up with a game, we try to make it a little different at the same time. As I said, we want to make people come back to our game and keep playing it over and over again and not get bored.
I hear you, but I want to know what goes through your mind as
Oh.
you're designing a game.
So
Do you visualize it? Do you in your brain? Do you visualize? Do you see all these little
Yes.
things, but they're inside your brain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Trixie, you explain it to Trixie, and Trixie then takes your words and converts those words into these figures, and then animates them. Am
Yes.
I correct?
So Zico is like he takes point on a lot of these projects, all the projects, and he directs all of us because he has the most experience
Yeah.
in every. And he's
When you-
actually an artist himself. He's a programmer himself, and he's like he's like multi-tasker and
He
everything.
he can be part of every unit
Yeah.
within the company.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why he's our CEO.
That's
he's
why
an amazing
yes.
individual.
Okay, I hear you.
So,
So he's the president, the executive, and the CEO, and everything else.
So to answer your question, yes, we do visualize these games, as I said, because we have experience with so many games. It just naturally, it's a knack that it just naturally comes to us. And what we do is we sit down, and my brother Abrar, who's a concept artist, he's there, Trixie's there, all of us, we
When
sit.
when you say concept artist, describe to me his function.
So basically, if you look into the game over there, all the artwork that you see,
Yeah.
it's first drawn out as 2D art.
Okay, would you say what?
2D.
Oh, 2D on paper.
Yeah,
Yes.
on paper.
On
Okay,
paper,
got
on
you.
whatever
So that's
software
the
you
concept. He
use.
takes your words and he puts it in a 2D,
Put-
Yeah.
Yes.
and then Trixie puts it in 3D,
3D.
and then animate
And
it.
then we animate it and
Gotcha.
put in the codes to make them move around, make them shoot. Basically, when I say code, what I'm trying to say is everything
A step like
it's
this.
in the game. It's basically like a climbing step. If you in a controller, whenever you press left, what tells the character to go left? So we manually have to code it in
Oh,
for.
okay.
So what the code does, it's whenever the joystick we press left, the character automatically picks up. The AI picks up.
Wow.
Yeah,
For
whenever
it to
the
move left.
character moves,
Artificial
whenever it
intelligence. I hear
moves,
you.
you have like you see these footsteps. That's animation. So
Mhm.
you have to make a drawing for let's say 3 drawings, and I have to like do a recording of that and then put it into coding, say in the animator. That's how it works.
Okay, I have another question.
Yes.
This would be for Trixie, but perhaps you can answer it. Now they're very cartoonish looking.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, if you wanted to make them look more human,
No, for this game we actually
not for this game,
Not
but
for
but
this
in the
game.
future it can.
In for Cynosure, the other game we're gonna show
Yeah.
in a few.
what did you call it?
Cynosure,
Cynosure?
yes.
Okay.
So this game we want to keep it cartoony because this game is our fan base is mostly kids from the age of 7 to 15. But this game is for everybody, so anybody can play this game. But because it's cartoony, it's more appealing to kids.
To the
because-
younger generation.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I have a question, not about the game, but
Yes.
tell me, are you very happy, very pleased that you're involved in this? Are you, so your creativity, your way of thinking, and your dreams and your goals for what you would like as a career, is that kind of well aligned?
Yes, I was majoring in business in college, and when I was given the opportunity, I was particularly picked for my business skills.
For the business skills
Yes.
and do law. So, how do you feel about your particular skills, your creativity, your talents, that is it well aligned with what you're doing?
I'm actually really happy
Yes.
in the part because when I was in college actually and doing programming, I felt like it was a bit slow, doing semester by semester, and I picked up YouTube videos and everything. I'm like a self learner, and then I got the opportunity to join the company. I'm like, I could start this career quickly, at an early age, and maybe something can, it takes one game, one big game, and then it's like you could keep making games, and as much as you want.
So you use that one game as a prototype, as a template for the others. I follow. But you just said something so important. My daughter experienced this, and so did I. We finished high school. I finished high school in 3 years. She finished it, I think, 2.5 or 3 years also, because it wasn't fast enough for us. So we used to just, take all the courses, and in order not to be bored or get bored. So I recall going, this was in high school. I was the first one there when the doors opened, and I was the last one when they had to, the doors would close, because I couldn't get enough. And it was so sad, that you have to go, and they didn't want me to graduate because it was too soon. No, so they forced me to go back for gym for 6 months. And so I had to complain. I had to go to the principal, complain. Yeah, I said, my father's not going to keep, back then I think it was 5 cents to take the subway. My father can't afford, to be given, I have to be out there working.
5 cents, oh my God.
Yes, I mean, so, I'm
Doesn't
telling
sound
on
like
my
a lot,
age.
but it's
Yes. So the
pretty
thing
sure
is that you were ahead, and it sounds like you too. So in a way, we're lucky that you found something to keep your mind busy.
We found like a place where we could all gather together, use our
Yes.
like minds,
Yes.
and create something of our own. That's the main thing, Like, I could have probably, I could still get my degree and everything, but this is something I have like a big part in, a company that we started. And it feels good to be in the company of people that I could trust, and people I've like Mo, I grew up with. It's been 7 years with him. He's like a brother to me. He's a good friend, and being in that environment is very nice.
Very rewarding. I can sense it.
Speaking of which, from a personal experience, because the company has given me this amazing opportunity, I feel like I have matured more as a person.
Yes.
I feel more responsible, and now that I have a real thing in front of me, something I've always wanted to do is make games. And because of this opportunity, at the same time, business is also something I wanted to pursue.
Yes.
So when I got the chance to combine the two together,
Imagine.
it
How
was
wonderful.
like, that's me, that's my calling, it's something I want to do, that's
Wow.
where I belong. And ever since, I haven't stopped.
I hear you.
I haven't stopped. I kept doing every day. Nowadays when I have a day break, when I'm sitting at home, I'm just wondering, it's like, I'd rather be at my desk working than be at home, and like I feel like I have nothing to do.
And you don't feel it as work. It's so
No,
enjoyable.
It's so enjoyable.
I hear you.
I love what I do. I love the people I'm
And you're
working
so
with.
fortunate that you were able. So as you speak, listen to how I think.
Yes.
So the creative part is your right side of your brain. The logical, that's the other side. That's your business, and you were able to mesh them.
Yes.
Oh, how you're so fortunate. Interesting. Very interesting.
Consider myself very lucky, actually.
Extremely.
I consider the people I work with
Yes.
on a daily basis,
Yes.
the roles that they have,
Yes.
they're pretty good at what they do, and they're very satisfied. Like Trixie as a 3D modeler, as soon as she came in, she gave a really nice vibe, and the work she does is amazing. And then what Jason does, what Abrar does, everybody likes what they do, and it's not like you go home and you're tired of working. I actually spent some nights like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. just to finish a piece of coding to make it work, because you run into bugs, you run into like problems, like right now we had a problem because I had 2 games at once, Yeah, so I had to turn it off, one of them. But that's, you learn from your mistakes.
Yes, that's wonderful. That you see that mistakes are not really, they're windows opening up to opportunities. So you deal with it. You meet the challenge. That's a wonderful way of thinking. So you do have what we call in psychology the growth mindset. Yes, go ahead.
Speaking of the growth mindset,
Yes.
it actually, we have done a lot this year. We have participated in PAX East, PAX West, even E3. E3 is the biggest gaming convention around the world. And in E3, we met, on a daily, we met around 200,000 people.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was this amazing experience, like, because us, like, back even when we first knew each other, that's when we started talking about it. It's like, hey, E3 is an experience. So you remember in high school when we talked about it, it's like, hey, what if one day we could go there? And this was actually
Look at that.
This was actually the first year we got to go and we got to participate amongst all the big gaming companies, and like it made us proud that, hey, we started something and it's
And
it's growing.
we got our name out there. Like that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Getting our name out there and like meeting new people, networking.
So that
Yeah.
in business you call that branding, right?
Branding, yes, that's correct.
I know a tiny little bit about business, but I'm fascinated with that world, you know. And
It's,
one of the topics that I cover in my TV program, business wealth.
Yes.
And it, you know, that's what business is all about, making money. But I also discuss and present the Word of God. And that, in a way, it's not business, but it's wealth, but it's the wealth of God and spiritual matters. Thank you. So I want to thank you, Mo
Thank you.
and Dulo. I want to thank you. We really talked to Storm. I loved it. I loved every instant.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I hope whoever.
We have 1 minute. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So like we have our Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter, Exogen Studios right here.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could always check up on
Yeah,
our
if you could
updates.
just
You can
zoom in.
always send us a
There we
message.
go,
right
there
here,
we
Exogen
go.
Studios.
Ask
Wonderful.
for
We're already at
feedbacks.
1,100
What do you
well,
mean 1,100?
people that like and follow us on Facebook.
really?
And we're
Yeah.
growing exponentially.
Growing, yeah.
So that, it's steps.
Okay,
that
so
it's
you
made.
have the information on the screen, and if you want to get in touch with them, please do so directly because they speak a different language than I do. And I want to thank you once again for being on the show.
Thank you so
And
much.
Thank you for having us.
yes, and next time you'll be more fruitful. Even though I felt filled, very thrilled, happy, excited that you were both
We
able
were
to
a
make
bit
it.
too excited.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for watching TildeVision Ideas. Bye now. Okay, so there it is.